I am super excited for today's crafts. I found these wooden boards in Hobby Lobby in the fall section. They were only $2.49, but fall is still 40% off, so I got each of them for $1.49. And I'm going to be decorating it with this wooden ornament that is a woody station wagon that I also got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. Now this guy was a little bit too thick, the tree was anyway, so I had to trim it down, so I just took my scissors and carefully cut away some of that bottle brush material, being careful not to cut that jute because that is the garland that wraps around it. And this theme is going to fit a rustic, traditional, or country-themed Christmas. So if you love those themes, then this is the perfect craft for you. I'm also going to be showing you 2 different themes that I did with these wooden boards. So I just hot glued this into place, and I'm going to use a variety of greeneries to decorate the bottom of this, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of decoration at the top. I absolutely loved how all 3 of these turned out, so make sure you stick around till the end so you can see all the different styles. Where do I typically buy all this different greenery? It's mainly Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and an online store called Factory Direct Craft, and occasionally I go to other local craft stores that are just in my area. But one thing I do for sure is I cut up wreaths, garland, candle rings. Don't just rely on picks for your greenery. Look at everything to have the potential to be cut up and used in other crafts. That's how I get such a variety. I use plain normal greenery, some that's flocked, some that's sparkly, and all different types of berries. These, for example, are like a thick red persimmon berry that I absolutely love using, and I even have a different style that has some white on it as well. So I just love to mix and match greenery. It really makes the piece look extra, like come to life, gives it some extra texture, and it just gives it some personality. I'm just layering all of these together in a style that I like from the bottom to the top, just putting them in wherever I think they fit nicely. This one here, I thought that I needed a little more in the center, so I hot glued a little extra bit. Now this is where I usually actually would put a bow in the center, but I broke out some of my pine cones and added those as well. Like I said earlier, I think this is perfect for a country themed home, or if you just love rustic or traditional styles. This bow matched the woody design perfectly, so I loved that it was a buffalo plaid. These really flat greeneries were perfect for the top. It also had a little bit of sparkle, so it didn't stick out too far. It was nice and flat and glued down really well. I just love doing crafts like this where I get to explore, gluing down different things and decorating it in different styles. And this is actually the finished craft. I really loved how it turned out. I think it's beautiful and different. I made 2 of these because I had 2 of these woody trucks. And these are actually a wonderful size for a wreath on a door, or they could just hang somewhere on a wall in your house. For the second one, I'm using these 3 wooden houses that I got from Joann's, and they were just 40 cents a piece. Now don't worry if you don't have any of these wooden cutouts. All you have to do is go to Amazon and type in Christmas house wooden cutouts, and there's actually a really good variety. Just make sure you check the size because some of them are actually pretty small. I wanted to keep this one pretty simple. It really works well with the theme of farmhouse or elegant because I'm keeping them white and adding a lot of nice sparkle and glitter to it. I think with a farmhouse theme, I'm noticing a lot of white and pastel greens, so that's why I think it could fit for a farmhouse. I'm adding some sparkle to each house with some sparkle glaze. If you don't have anything like this, you could also use glitter glue. I usually use glitter glue with a paintbrush and brush it on, but I like to use this sparkle glaze whenever I'm working on a larger surface. This does make your material sticky, so just keep that in mind if you're going to be adding any other material because it will stick to the glaze. I made that mistake a little bit because after I added my puffy paint, the glaze was not completely dry, and when I went to put on my diamond dust, the diamond dust wanted to stick everywhere on the house, not just on the puffy paint. I was able to fix it just by brushing it off with a paintbrush, but I wanted to let you know in case you run into that problem, just let everything dry so that glitter doesn't stick absolutely everywhere. What was great about these cutouts was that they already had a nice little outline where the snow was going to go, so I just followed that outline with the puffy paint and smoothed all that out to make it look like there was fresh fallen snow on each house. I was able to make 2 of these, and I'm going to show you them at the end whenever I show you the finished product. And I loved how they all turned out. The houses are a bit different, so it gives it a little bit of variety and they don't look exactly the same. This is definitely different than how I normally decorate these houses. Usually I would just make them into an ornament and put a bunch of different decorations on them, which I'm still definitely planning on doing on some houses that I have left over, but I really like the simplicity of these just being white. Now I'm taking some of this craft foam and I'm going to be bumping out the center one that is a church because I don't want them to just all be flat across the board. They're also a little bit large in size, and this lets me layer them so that they're all going to fit. So I just put a couple little pieces at the bottom and then a couple down the center to make sure it had enough support. I just needed to be careful when pushing on them that I didn't push too hard because those little cutouts make them wiggle a little. Before I glued them down, I just marked where the houses were going to go so I knew exactly where to glue them. And out of the 3, I think this one actually turns out to be my favorite. Normally I really like something with a lot of color, but I just absolutely love how sparkly this one was, and I think it's really pretty and a little bit more elegant than what I usually do. So I liked it. It was different than my normal style, but definitely really pretty. While I'm gluing these down, I also wanted to let you know that I went back to Hobby Lobby the other day and they had even more Christmas items out, and they have boards just like these brown ones in the Christmas section now. The only difference is they're a little bit more of a whitish gray color. They are half off, which you just only save about 25 cents if you like the white ones better. I personally like the brown ones a little bit more because I think you're able to put more things on them. The white just looked a little bit too washed out for me, but who knows, maybe I'll end up being able to get a few of those and trying to do something with them, but for now I'm sticking with the brown. If the brown ones are out at your store though in the fall section, run over to the Christmas section and see if you like those. Now with this one, like I said, I'm definitely doing a lot of white and farmhouse looking greenery. I did do some pine cones in the middle, but these were completely white as well. I loved how the bottom layering turned out. Then for the top, I also used this really sparkly flat greenery that had some pine cones on it as well. This one was actually from a wreath, so like I mentioned earlier, chop up whatever you want. It doesn't actually have to be just Christmas picks. Cut things to pieces and use them in a variety of ways. I also really like these skinny little branches that I used, and instead of a bow, I had this giant sparkly white poinsettia, so I thought that was the perfect center because I didn't really have a ribbon to match. This is the one that I just made in the video, and I'm also going to show you the second one that has a little bit of different houses. Like I said, this is probably my favorite. I loved how these turned out, but let me know in the comments down below which one turns out to be your favorite. For the third and final board, I'm going to have this one be gingerbread themed, so this is perfect if you have a more whimsical style. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and all those wooden pieces that you just saw came in one package, but I'm just going to be using these 3. I'm going to save the house and the little gingerbread boy for a centerpiece. I love this large rolling pin, so this one differs from the other 2 because I'm not putting greenery at the bottom. I'm just putting the rolling pin at the bottom, but there will be some greenery on it, so stick around to see where that goes. Just hot gluing all of these in place to make sure that they look nice and centered, and the greenery is going to wrap up the side almost as though it's sticking out from behind that rolling pin. So I just used a variety of greenery that I thought would match, and a little bit of red berries on the bottom as well. Now the tree was a little bit tall, so I couldn't put a bow right in the middle because it blocked that tree. It would cover it up. So I did a little greenery and a bow in the corner sticking down, so I thought that was really sweet and just different than having everything perfectly smack dab in the center. But the other corner was looking a little bit left out, so I went in with my trusty puffy paint and made it look like it had been dipped in icing. I really like this detail. It was fun, it was different than what I normally do. I'm really trying to branch out and do a variety of different things and just being extra creative, so I like this little extra detail in the corner. I also went ahead and did a little bit of puffy paint along the top of the rolling pin just because I thought it was looking a little bit brown down there, and I'm going to be adding some sprinkles. Now these sprinkles are made also at Hobby Lobby, or you can buy them at Hobby Lobby. You can hand make sprinkles, but I don't have the time or patience to do that. So I bought these at Hobby Lobby. They're still there. I saw them this year in the Christmas jewelry section. So look around the Christmas area, and if you see Christmas jewelry, there are fake sprinkles. So I just used the plain sprinkles. There are some that have different shapes, but I just used red, white, and green for this and layered them in the corner and also across the top of the little rolling pin. And I really loved how that turned out. The puffy paint acts as a glue, and they all stick really well. I just kind of pushed down on them a little bit to make sure they're extra secure. And this is how the final board turned out. I love this one as well. Perfect for the Christmas kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.